Oke. Dan itu yang saya yakini teman-teman tuh bisa. Kenapa kayak saya kasih rewards pertanyaan terbaik yang besar dan banyak, tujuannya simple. Biar teman-teman tuh datang and lihat and sadar yang ngajuin proposal ini sama aja kok sama kita. Nah, semoga di kesempatan ini teman-teman makin sadar kualitas diri kalian semua dan pada akhirnya berani mengajukan proposal juga. So enjoy, belajar, dan terima kasih. Thank you, Mi.
Thank you so much, Jan. So now Yuta, can you take it away?
Thank you. And ようこそ、IdeaFest へいらっしゃいました。ちょっとまたこのチャットに打たせていただくのですが、このような流れでですね、行います。つまりはですね、まずは、英語でですね、メインルームで、事前にビデオを提出された方はビデオがこう流れていって、で、提出されてない方はですね、その口頭で、英語で、本当にもう片言の、もう DeepL の Google 翻訳でもいいので、それで英語でなんとなくですね、ちょっと何かを伝えてください。自分の提案をですね。で、そしてその後にですね、質疑応答タイムがあります。で、これもですね、英語なんですけれども、この部屋でやるので英語なんですけれども、それもですね、よくわからない場合は、ヘルプユータと言っていただければですね、翻訳します。で、その質疑応答がですね、3、4人、この要は、1分でですね、提案者が説明を行った後に、質疑応答タイムがあるんですけれども、そういうのがですね、3人発表して質疑応答タイム。3人発表して質疑応答タイム。そんな感じで進んでいくと思ってください。で、どういう順番かっていうのはですね、この後表が出てきます。私も、ちょっと覚えていません。表が出てまいりますので、そちらを楽しみにしてください。で、もろもろ終わった後に、日本語ルームが、出てきますので、そっち行くと日本語で、解説したりですね、質疑応答したりすることができるようになりますので、そちらにですね、ご参加くださいということで、ぜひですね、楽しみにしてくださいということで、もう本当わからないことがあったらすぐタスクを読んでください。ヘルプユータと呼んでくださいということで、よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。Thank you so much.
ありがとうございました、Yuta-san. Wow, it's that very speedy speech. Thank you. And hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. I want to hear your voice.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm here representing the Eastern African community. And as we come from so many different countries, we will be speaking in English, but I would like to welcome all the people from Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Northern and Southern Eastern Africa. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Yes, today you're very lovely. Thank you. And so now I will be introducing Vietnamese. Xin chào và chào mừng mọi người đến với buổi họp mặt chia sẻ của Cardano khu vực phía Đông ngày hôm nay. Xin cảm ơn sự tham gia của mọi người vì sự có mặt của mọi người là một cái sự đại diện rất là lớn và có ý nghĩa đối với cộng đồng của người Việt Nam. Và hôm nay chúng ta sẽ có một cái buổi chia sẻ ngắn, đó là cái buổi IdeaFest Reels. Thì mỗi một proposer, mỗi một người đề xuất dự án mình có thể có 2 phút để chia sẻ cái dự án của mình bằng tiếng Anh trong phòng main English, vào phòng chung, và sau đó mỗi một dự án sẽ được chia trong một nhóm 3 dự án. Có nghĩa là mỗi một nhóm sẽ có 3 dự án, mình sẽ thuyết trình, sau đó thì mình sẽ có vài phút để mình Q&A với những người tham gia, và sau đó mình và các bạn có thể tham gia thêm phòng breakout room của Việt Nam để mình có thể nghe thêm những cái dự án mà được trình bày bằng tiếng Việt. Xin cảm ơn mọi người rất nhiều. Thank you so much. Okay, so Robert, can you please continue with?
Absolutely, I can. Always. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the ongoing experiment that is Catalyst and also the Eastern Town Hall. Welcome to you all for coming along. We really appreciate it. And, you know, like everything, what we do, we mix things up a little bit as we go along with each type of session. So if you've been to the Eastern Town Hall before, typically we go into breakout rooms after this sort of point. But today we are going to be running what we refer to as our Idea Reels. And this is an opportunity for proposers that have proposals up in Fund 8 to actually reach out into our Eastern Hemisphere community with short description of their proposals. And by short, we do mean short, 2 minutes. The intent here is not to really do a big pitch or anything else like that, but rather to actually show the person behind the proposal and what they're doing and how what they're thinking. The way the IdeaFest Reels is done is different to the main sort of IdeaFest. As I say, it's 2 minutes and it's quick succession. We group everything into 3 groups of proposers. And then after that, you get an opportunity to do a Q&A for those 3. And then we move on to the next 3 and the Q&A for them and so on as we go through. Now we have 25 proposers tonight, which means in the main room, this room that we're in right now, we will be conducting everything in English. So to try and help that, we've switched on the live transcription. Unfortunately, most of these sort of translation and live transcription services these days do not do translation live. So as a result, you would have seen the Japanese, Vietnamese, and Indonesian coming up a bit strangely in our captions that are coming through. But if you want to see it, if it helps you understand what is being said, we've switched it on so that you can see what's going on, because not everyone here obviously speaks English natively. So that is part of the beauty of the Eastern Town Hall. Also, we are recognized that it doesn't include everyone. So as a result of that, we will be opening up the Japanese and the Vietnamese breakout rooms shortly, in about half an hour or so, to enable those that don't feel strong enough to speak in English to actually do a similar sort of thing in their own native language. So the Vietnamese proposers will be in their room and the Japanese proposers in theirs. But for the most part, we'll be doing everything in English. Thank you very much for coming along. And thank you very much for all the proposers that have put their hands up and are prepared to present at the moment. And what I will stress here, even though we are not presenting our particular proposal, which is the Eastern Town Hall operations, if you wish to actually support us, please do vote for our proposal. It's what helps us be able to run these Eastern Town Halls and various other different things across our communities. It's not just these town halls that you see. There's a heck of a lot of activity going on behind the scenes to actually try and improve things. So please make sure that you give us a little thumbs up on the voting application at some point, because you're experiencing very much what this proposal, our Eastern Town Hall operations proposal, is all about. Okay, so with that, I will start the idea reel off, and we'll start out with Lynn. And keep in mind, everyone, we will be sticking to the 2-minute limit on everything. So we'll give you the go ahead, and we'll ask you to stop at that point and the next one comes up. Okay. So if Lynn would like to step up first, we will be sorry, for those that have registered to present today, you would have come across Jan sent out a run sheet, which is currently on your screen at the moment. There's an order of all the speakers, the proposers coming through in that order, and I'll be grouping you into 3. There's only one minor change to that, is that Alfred, who is currently number 4, please keep in mind that you'll be number 3 because we're switching Lynn around so we don't, Lynn doesn't repeat himself twice. Okay, so with that, Lynn, if you would like to start talking about the Town Hall channel in Vietnamese, and tell me when you're ready and I'll start the timer.
You better start the time now, Robert.
Okay, off you go.
Hello, everyone. So, if you may think I might do cross the line, yes, I am at the moment. I'm presenting my own team in Vietnam, and hopefully that you give us support. And this is repeat submission, so it's not really it's not a new one. So, what is this proposal about? It's the same thing what you are doing right now, and now is 9 a.m. UTC. So actually, normally the main town hall is happening around 15 or 15 or 16 UTC. So basically, all of us in Eastern Hemisphere here, we're sleeping. Therefore, the point of this proposal is carry out 5 minutes, very brief for in Vietnamese. That's what we propose at the moment. And right after the main town happening. So that's pretty much. And after that, we have a summary of 30 minutes also in Vietnamese, and mainly for that particular week's information from main town hall and something that happening around Cardano. Thank you. And now I'm going to take the next one is Open ISPO. Please take away. By the way, we have 3 proposals presenting. So if possible, please write down the question, and then after 3 proposals, and then your turn to ask a question. So 1, 2, 3, and then please ask a question at the end, right? Thank you. Miss Tân, right?
Right, okay. Let me share screen.
No,
Or
you only present based on what you have here only. Sorry for that.
okay, I see. So yeah, I would like to introduce the Open ISPO. First, what's the problem with the legacy ISPO? Legacy ISPO is that when each project builds their own, where each project currently they need to build their own stake pools, which cost a lot of their resources. Also, big ISPO such as SundaeSwap or MindSwap attract a lot of delegators, which is not good for the decentralizations of Cardano. In contrast, small pools have fewer delegators, so it's very hard to maintain their pools. So we want to support small pools, so that's why we introduce Open ISPO. So you can imagine that it's a place where we connect token distributors and small pools together. So Open ISPO will provide pools for token distributors, and the pools are small pools from the community. Small pools means pools with less than 3 million ADA. And these pools can be reused many times for different projects. So the good thing, the benefit of this is that the token distributor, they do not need their own servers and pools for ISPO. So they have more time for their business. And of course, this will support small pools become sustainable and it's enhance the decentralizations of Cardano. So basically we do 3 things. We will create a process for small pools to join our pool, to join our project, a template or reward scheme. We also provide on-chain data analytics and release token. So about the team, we are a relatively strong team.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's two minutes. As you'll see there, we stick to it pretty tightly because we've got quite a lot to get through as quickly. Okay, Alfred, if you would like to jump up and present. Tell me when you're ready and we can start your 2 minutes. Alfred, is Alfred here?
He is muted.
He's muted. Alfred, where are you? Alfred, you're muted. Hello. So you're ready to start, Alfred? No.
You muted again. Anh Đạt ơi, anh mở tiếng lên nha.
You keep going, Alfred. You keep getting muted.
Okay, now it's okay.
Now you're okay? Rightio.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
your 2 minutes, you can start now. If you start.
Yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Alfred, the founder and idea initiators of Metaverse a community-driven platform for game makers to monetize their creative assets and gaming experiences in Metaverse multiverse. I believe that Metaverse is one of the best projects that align great the missions of the Gamer On-Chain Challenge, because you could design gamer standards Metaverse that directly serve 3.5 billion gamers in the industry who want to play to entertain, and hate all the curious play to earn crypto games because of boring gameplay, terrible graphics, unstable business model, and a lot of scandal. That means our Metaverse feels full of games with great story and high quality graphics and enjoyable experiences. So this is definitely not serving the short-term play to earn gamers who will be affected by FOMO easily, then can beat down most of the current unstable crypto games. It will need more than 1,200 hours to research and make this business model, and I believe that it will be stable and sustainable. And we attract more and more and more loyal players every day. I mean, it will possibly write 1 million transactions each day and bring a lot of profit to investors invest on Metaverse. The first phase of this project will be developed by a team of IdeaFest Studio with more than 20 professionals in the gaming industry. And some of the core members have more than 10 years of experiences. More than that, they will help Metaverse to build an in-house team for the long term, because we don't want to waste too many resources and get too many recruitment risks when building a team at the beginning. And about me, I have more than 12 years of founding and running 3 businesses. Currently, I'm owning a marketing agency, and I believe that can help grow the project well.
Oh,
thank you.
That's your time. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you very much. So now what we'd like to do is those 3 presenters. Lynn was on the Townhall channel in Vietnamese. We had the Open ISPO and the Metaverse Play to Entertain Gamer that Alfred just presented. So has anyone got any questions for any one of the 3 presenters at this point in time? Any questions at all?
You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, you've got 4 minutes to go through. No one at all?
I had a question. I guess I should have put my hand up. I apologize.
That's all right. Go for it.
Oh, which one, Andrew?
All right. Yeah, my question was for the token ISPO project. Yeah, the Open ISPO. So is the idea that small pools would be almost consolidated in some mechanism? I wanted to get an understanding of the project again, because I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
If that's what it would.
Tim, can you answer?
The purpose of our idea is that we want to have small pools, because as you know, big pools normally attract a lot of delegators, right? So small pools have very face problems to maintain their pools. So we want to support. Basically, we want to support such pools.
So his answer is not consolidated.
Yeah,
it's not consolidated.
Yeah.
Next question, please.
Next question, Ninh, you've got your hand up.
Yep. Quick question for the Townhall channel in Vietnamese. Are you guys thinking of eventually doing additional town halls in Vietnamese dedicated that's more friendly for the Vietnam time?
Let me answer that question. Up on the top at the moment, right now, 2022, we're not thinking about that yet, but we deliver the postcard version at the moment for this particular proposal, because further broadcasting anything that delivery in Vietnamese and official channel, there is a certain licensing networks where there is a certain, the licensing and legislation may be in the place. So we're not going there yet. Thank you.
Any 1.5 minutes. Yeah. Any other questions? We've got 1.5 minutes for more questions up there. Is anyone for the Metaverse of play to entertain gamers at all? Anyone's got any questions around that? No one? Nothing at all?
Oh,
okay.
I can give a question. How is the game created, or who's creating the content for that project?
Alfred?
Who's building?
Sorry.
Can
you repeat the question, Mike?
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to know who is creating the content of the game. Is it the players or is it one studio?
Yeah, some first phase, we have 4 phases, and so the first phase, the foundation team will be the one that create the content of the game. But in the second phase, after the second phase, we will integrate communities, game maker, content creators, go to create content and game for the metaverse. It's like a Catholic project, but for Metaverse.
Okay, right. Well, what I think we'll do is, if there's no more questions around that, we will
thank you.
Go to Lynn again for Grow East Asia, Grow Cardano.
Okay, so this is something that we got to do, every one of us here. So sorry for that. I'm not ready, right? Give me a second. Sorry, I'm a bit corrupt here. Where I'm going. There we go.
You're juggling a whole lot at the moment, so that's all right.
my CPU is overloading.
Okay.
Where do I go?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, number 2. There we go. Welcome to Grow Asia, right? East Asia, right? Okay, that is fun night. Simple. Start now, Robert, please. Otherwise, people say I'm corrupt. 2 minutes. Okay. So what we're presenting at the moment is the challenge for Croatia, which is continuing from the Fund 8. So that's at the moment, myself is Lin and Utah, all of us here are the team member of Fund 8. So anyone that at the moment submit for Fund 8 in Cardano, what is that? Croatia, Grow East Asia, yeah. Then we will see you in next 3 months, and then we will help you all the way down to whatever finish your proposal. So hopefully that we can work together. By that mean that we should resubmit this one in Fund 9. So we increase from 150 to 250 for this total challenge. So if you think, and at the moment, I think the area that we're working on here is growing. So if you believe that it's growing area, so support us to keep the challenge going so that we can support the community in this top of the map here. That's it for me. Thank you.
You do the timing pretty well there, Lynn. Just to emphasize that that's actually a challenge setting. For those that aren't familiar with challenge settings and stuff like that, they're about establishing a challenge for the next fund. And so that is to try and grow the community of Cardano in the Eastern Hemisphere. Right, Thomas, Carbon Marketplace and Exchange. If you could tell me when you're ready, and I'll start the timer.
Okay, hi from Singapore, good afternoon. I'm Thomas, I'm representing the team of Block Carbon. We are funded proposers of the Fund 7. Right now we are setting up a charity in Singapore and in Germany. And our idea is to bring carbon trading, carbon tokens to Cardano. So carbon is a relatively new instrument that is supposed to help the world fight climate change, global warming, by putting a price on pollution. So by allowing people to actually monetize reducing their carbon footprint, this will hopefully give enough financial backing to green innovation. And you can watch the short YouTube clip on our proposal and read through the detailed description there. But the main idea is to set up a DEX over the time of 1 year. We have to start with a hybrid exchange that starts more like a semi-central marketplace because of the quite rigorous onboarding requirements in a lot of legislations. We obviously want to get people all over the globe involved. So some countries, they have certain requirements for know your customer and anti-money laundering and so on. And our goal is not just to support offsetting of carbon emissions, but to really allow people to invest into carbon as an asset class. The price of carbon currently is something like $10, but in some national ETS schemes, it's already $100. And we believe it has to go somewhere to $400, $500 in the long run. So it's a very lucrative investment potentially for people to get in early, but also something that really helps in the fight against climate change. And I mean, the budget that we put is kind of tight, but because we are a charity, we will be able to raise donations as well.
Okay, and, that's 2 minutes up. So as you say, we stick to it pretty tightly. So thank you for that, Thomas. And next up is Nin for Mentor-Mentee Bounties and eLearning. So Nin, just let me know when you're ready to go. And I think, yep.
Awesome. Right. Ready to go.
Off you go then.
Xin chào, my name is Nin. Let me tell you more about our proposal. Next slide, please. Our mission is to simply get 1 million self-taught people in tech in the next couple of years. Next slide, please. And we do so by funding open source bounties, hackathons, and workshops. Previous slide, please. To empower, next slide, third slide, please. To empower senior developers who are mentors to not only be incentivized and be paid for their work, but also to form teams with newcomers and new developers, and to be able to lead teams to complete big projects. And so to build their open source, secure, and trusted proof of reputation for junior developers and newcomers to build their hands-on experience. Next slide, please. This mentor-mentee model works extremely well because in the last 4 months, we were able to help 46 people that didn't know much about tech land jobs at Amazon, Microsoft, and General Motors. They were completely new to tech. Next slide, please. I have an awesome team of amazing developers. Here's my 3 co-founders. They lead teams of 30 engineers, 8 of them on blockchain alone. Next slide, please. We had amazing support and traction in the community. We've been building a lot of relationships with even some of you here across different teams at IOG. Next slide, please. So we'd love to partner with you. Please vote on this proposal. We're asking for 90,000. Please join our Discord. I'll put the links in the chat as well. Next slide, please. If you want to see a more in-depth demo of full-on pitch, please check out this QR code or link on our YouTube. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. Please reach out to me and go Cardano.
Well done, well done. Question time, please, for 3 of us.
Yeah, you've practiced your elevator pitch there, then. Great. So Q&A time now for those 3 proposals, which is Grow East Asia, Grow Cardano, Carbon Marketplace and Exchange, and Mentor-Mentee Bounties and eLearning. Is there any questions? Tian.
Thank you, Robert. I have one question for mentor and mentee program. Just the thing I want to add is which information you will store in blockchain and which information will you keep in traditional database. Thank you.
Awesome. Tim, we're actually gonna discuss this in the next Town Hall breakout room. If you have a chance to join. So the proof of reputation and the open source on-chain practical resume, we will store any event that is positive for the job seeker. So for example, if they were accepted into a bounty or they completed a workshop or form a successful team or were paid, of course, exchange of value, right? Ones that we will not store on the chain are, they signed up or they commit something, but their pull request was not accepted, for example, right? Any things that are like peer review, if they receive 5-star or really high rating from their mentor or mentee, that is going to be stored on blockchain. Something that's significant. So when you think about practical resume, right? What hire managers care about, that's going to be stored there. Other stuff doesn't have to be.
Thank you.
Rich, your turn. Your question, please. Rich Wing, your question, if you have.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So I just asked for the challenge setting for Grow East Asia. So I know that in continue from Fund X, but there are some confusing on the definition of each Asia area. So we got some like argument to say that each Asia is just comprise Japanese, China, Hong Kong or something, but not in like Southeast Asia like Vietnam or Indonesia or Singapore. So I want to hear more about the challenge setting proposal about what is the scope of this, and if you can like make it more clear in Fund 9 so everybody can understand.
Robert, this question bonus for you, Robert.
Is it? So largely it is to encourage people within primarily the areas such as Indonesia, Vietnam, and Malaysia, Philippines, that sort of area is the primary reason, but also for Japan and obviously going up to Hong Kong and stuff like that. But basically just in that Eastern Hemisphere, but within the Asian region. That's primarily what we're interested in promoting within that challenge. Okay.
So for the geographic, this is what it look like, Rich. Most of this in area. So any proposal that maybe supports other part of this, the challenge team may have a right to go in the comment, say this is not for this proposal. So the CA will come there and say this proposal is invalid. So that pretty much for the challenge team to look into if anything that not for this area to grow.
Yeah.
Hope that help. Andrew.
Andrew, yeah.
Yeah, my question was for the Block Carbon group. I think it's actually a really great idea. I was curious about how you're dealing with like jurisdictional issues, sort of jurisdiction of incorporation, whether your tokens, how are you going to manage those from a securities perspective? Because we're also in the not in the carbon space, but we're in the midst of discussing a DEX. I don't want to talk about it now, but it'd be very interesting to learn more because there's a lot of validity with what you're doing and Africa and tree reforestation projects.
Okay, thanks for your question. I mean, to answer the question very briefly now in the town hall, the answer is that there will be several different tokens. We hope to have a benchmark token eventually that will consolidate different qualities that people can invest in a truly decentralized fashion. So there are currently a few examples of this already on blockchains. There are, for example, a lot of ERC20 tokens that can be traded by people all over the world. And there's also the possibility to do things nationally, for example, in New Zealand, in Europe, where carbon markets already exist. And feel free to get in touch via DM and we can compare notes about how to do this properly in a hybrid fashion. Thanks.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much for that.
Well
That's the end of the
done.
Q&A very well. I just let it go a little bit longer so everyone else could have a say, since Lynn was so good in giving us 30 seconds. Right, next up, we've got Leveling Up Cardano, Indonesia. Andreas.
Yes. Okay.
Your time to start.
Yep.
Okay. When you're ready.
I'm ready.
Go.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody here in Eastern Townhall. Thank you for coming to today's IdeaFest Reels. My name is Andreas. I'm representing the Cardano Indonesia core team. And we would love to have your support for our Cardano in Indonesia proposals in this Fund 8. As you know, Cardano is growing here in Indonesia, and we need to give more awareness about Cardano itself and also answering questions from our local community in Indonesia. Previously in Fund 7, we have funded proposals for doing workshop in Indonesian language, and we already successfully run 10 workshops now in the last 6 months. And based on our research and input from the community, more Indonesian people are using Instagram in their daily life more frequent. So that's why we would like to utilize Instagram to do more interactive Instagram live and posts to reach more people in Indonesia to Cardano ecosystem. And we have currently 2,000 followers in Cardano Indonesia Instagram, and would like to start campaign through our posts and Instagram stories, plus doing the interactive Instagram live with our followers and do the marketing there so that they could join our Cardano Indonesia and the Eastern Townhall. So our target is to attract them to this Eastern Townhall and also to Project Catalyst, so they will actively participate as a voter, as proposers, or even as a CA or VCA. So yeah, we hope that we could support our Indonesian community and also increase adoption and awareness about Cardano in our country. So please vote for our Cardano Indonesia proposals. And this is very important project for the growth on our Indonesian community. So you can go to the Catalyst voting app and then go to the Grow East Asia, Grow Cardano category challenge. And from there, search or look for the Leveling Up Cardano Indonesia Instagram. So thank you for your kind support. And that's all from Cardano Indonesia team. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right on the dot.
Yeah, I'm impressed, Andreas. Yeah,
beautiful.
Awesome. That's really good. Do we have Aedou, reams of language metric? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing.
It's just a nickname.
That's Mike.
It's Mike.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I can pronounce that.
Okay, I start. Hello, everyone. This is Mike from Edutainment, and we get funded in Fund 6 to build the concept phase of Aedou, Realm of Languages, what you see here now, and we apply again for Fund 8. Aedou is an open source collaborative multiplayer to learn and teach languages together. And all the other players in the game are tandems, so you can practice and speak with them. And so it's a play to learn and earn, you could say. You learn through actively using that language in a contextualized environment, because each language has their own world. So you learn like traveling a foreign country and exploring the culture and seeing everything, and you immerse yourself in that language. You read, write, hear, and speak, but you're always safe and supported through feedback loops. And you always have manageable and adapting content, because according to proficiency, in games, you always learn from the very basic. You start with the minimum and you get slowly more complex until you are at a good communication level in Aedou. And each world is governed by a DAO. So that's where the blockchain components come in. And to use the blockchain components, all blockchain components are optional blockchain components. And to use them, you need to become part of the DAO. And the DAO is governing the world for that language. The DAO is verified through Atala Prism DITs and verifiable credentials for reputation and education. And it's a community project, so we are creating this not alone, but together, and we can also use your help. So if you want to get in touch and help us build this game, please send us a mail or visit our website at edutainment.com, and you will find everything else there.
Cool.
If I sum up,
that's your 2 minutes there, Mike. Thank you very much. Mercy, would you like to come up with cross-chain connector and search engine? And
okay, we are collaborating. WadaDex is collaborating with SCI, so I will get Andrew to do that presentation. Thank you.
Okay,
yeah,
Andrew.
So yeah, I'm ready to go, and the time zone is more favorable for me. So I'm ready to start when you are. I believe we had a presentation as well in the link.
Yeah, but if you just want to carry on going, just
okay.
Lynn will bring it up.
Perfect.
Go
So let me start. So yeah, the idea behind this project is actually, if you could move to the third slide, I'd really appreciate that. It's actually to build essentially a directory of all the blockchain projects that people are willing to offer. So if you could go to the next slide. And the main focus of this would be in order to allow developers easy access and knowledge of projects that are out there across different chains. So one of the things that we find even whenever you're trying to set up a Catalyst project is that it's hard to find out what ideas are already out there. And then when you find a project you're interested in, how do you find what are the authoritative GitHubs and APIs? So by working through WADA's network, particularly in Africa, where Cardano probably has one of the biggest rates of adoption for application development, we will be reaching out in a ancient way so that we're not going to be requiring people to enter information into a directory. Obviously, we'll optimize for building a crawler to be able to find projects. But the main thing is working within the Cardano community and other blockchain communities to find projects, actually write their authoritative links into the Cardano blockchain and present that in a directory / search engine mechanism that will help people basically find other partners, integrate with other projects, or even raise capital. Because now we're at the point where there are so many projects, but it's hard to actually figure out which projects are out there. So this provides a mechanism for that. We think it's going to be very flexible, and we'll be able to develop it using some of the technology that was funded from our successful Fund 7 application.
Okay, thank you. That's 2 minutes. Thank you, Andrew. Most appreciated. Essentially, we've got any questions now. I ask all the proposers of those three: Andreas for leveling up Cardano in Indonesia, Mike for Aedou Realms of Language, and Andrew for the cross-chain connector search engine. Is there any questions at all for anyone?
Go ahead, Peter. You moved. We're not hearing anything. Sorry, Peter.
You're muted.
I'm sorry, I'm muted.
Okay, that's better.
I have a question on Mike on Aedou. How does the play to earn part works? Do you have a token maybe, Mike?
So we're thinking about having it called token, but maybe we just take wrapped Lovelaces, but probably we'll take a token. But to unlock the play to earn functionality, you need to become part of a DAO, and only once you are part of a DAO, then you can earn with the token. And how it works is we take all the revenue streams, 100% of the revenue streams is exchanged to Aedou and stored in a treasury that everybody can access. And according to how many tokens you have, you can access your fair share of that treasury. So through meaningful contribution, you'll earn some Aedou.
All right, Nun, if you got a question.
Yeah, also for Mike, for Aedou, is there a target, like a age?
No, not really. It should be suitable for children, but probably not for the very young children. But we do not really have a target group, because we do not think that most games, or not an age group, because most games have really big target groups according to the age, and we are more focusing on the specific languages that we can support.
Gotcha. Yeah. So adults like me can play it. Well,
yeah,
adults.
definitely, yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Do we have any other questions for Andreas or Andrew about the cross-chain connector? Any other questions at all from people? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll then move on to Andrew regarding the WadaDex.
Yeah, thanks. This one, if possible, we'll just stick to the display of the project.
Yep. Just tell me when you're ready to go.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
ready?
Andrew. This one?
No, just click on the idea
sorry.
scale link.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, ready when you go.
All right, thanks very much. So this is a flagship project that will be supported by WADA, and it's in two pieces. It solves the problem. I was actually in Africa about 3 weeks ago in Ghana, West Africa, and there's a fundamental problem. Many people are building Cardano-based projects, crypto-based projects, but it's hard to actually, for the local people, to gain access to the cryptoverse. They can't just set up a Coinbase account. So the first phase of the project, or the first tier of the project, is to make it easy for the average person via their mobile phone to gain access to the cryptoverse. The second tier of this project, and this is a fundamental problem in many emerging economies, is the cost of capital. The cost of borrowing to fund projects is too high. So the idea is, once we let people have the technology to easily, from their mobile phone, via mobile money, gain access to a native Cardano token, from there, they'll have the ability to invest or participate in projects, very much like an after Catalyst aftermarket. That phase of the project, that DEX element of the project, was brought about because many people have a successful first run at a Catalyst engagement, but where do you go from there to raise capital? And this is particularly relevant in an emerging economy. So that's where the birth, the genesis of WadaDex came about. And this is actually being tested operationally now with projects in Ghana. And we are very confident that we have the technological skills and solutions to build this out. And we look forward to your support.
Thank you, Andrew. That was really good, bang on time. James, if open source quadratic voting and funding, if you'd like to unmute yourself and just let me know when you're ready to go.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Next slide, please. So one of the problems that we face with open source projects right now is overconsumption, underinvestment, developer burnout, so on and so forth. Next slide. So one of the solutions that we are building currently is an open source crowdfunding platform that allows for quadratic fund matching for institutions, to take your small contributions and make them much larger. We're also going to be, we're also working on the cloud no code setup. So this will allow developers to easily jump straight in and accelerate collaboration. Next. So with Gitcoin last year, they raised about $58 million in open source funding. We look to expand on that through the Cardano community as well. Next slide. So this is a team of our amazing co-founders. Definitely reach out to talk to any of us. Next, please. So, vote yes on open source quadratic voting funding. We're asking 112,000. You can join us on Discord. So definitely join us. Now, what does that actually look like? So go to the next slide. So say, you're on the platform and you see an open source project that you like. Next slide. You can easily add it to your cart. Next slide. Once you're in your cart, you can actually select which kind of wallet you want to fund with. Next slide. And easily check out from there. Next slide. If you want a full demo, by all means, definitely check us out on YouTube. Next slide. Thank you. That's it from that. And just reach out anytime. Thank you. Go Cardano.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much. Pahara, oh, cool. Can't pronounce your name. Tech Talent, bring devs to Cardano. Please, how do you pronounce your name?
Parahuri.
Parahui. Okay. Tech Talent. Let me know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hear me? Yeah, it's an Andean name. In the Central America, it's safe. Parawari with an R.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Thank you to be here. Hello. My name is Parawari, and I'm streaming live from Brazil to present you the Tech Talent Project. With this project, we want to help solve the worldwide shortage of tech skills. Companies, startups, and teams, they are struggling to find talents to grow their dev teams. And we want to help by creating a network of blockchain-based incentives. Companies, startups, and teams that need a talent with a certain tech skill come to the tech talent and sponsor that tech skills using Aedou tokens, for example. The participants of this network look for the sponsored skills with this Aedou token and start to search and develop people on that skills. The Tech Talent platform is a software platform. We'll monitor this process and rewards with the sponsored Aedou tokens all the network participants that help developing those talents. So let's have an example. We need more smart contract developers in Plutus. So let's go to the Tech Talent network, this platform, and sponsor these needed skills. I mean, companies, startups, and teams, they go to the network and sponsor this smart contract need. And as a result, all the people in Tech Talent network that actually help teach Plutus, for example, and bring new developers to the Cardano ecosystem will be rewarded with Aedou tokens. What is the difference here, for example, from bounty sites like the Gitcoin? What is the difference of this and the Tech Talents? Is that our platform or proposed platform will help organize this network and monitor who participant is actually helping to bring these new developers.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you very much. We've got, thank you for that. We've got Andrew from WadaDex facilitating capital access, James about open source quadratic voting funding, and sorry, I can't say it. It's got me tongue twisted up. You're muted. Pahara, I can do
just say the Ari. Ari is okay.
Ari, okay.
Yeah.
Tech Talent, bring devs to Cardano. So, are there any questions for anyone? Any of those three groups? Three proposals.
Thomas, go ahead, Thomas.
Hi, I got a quick question for James. I think that the quadratic voting is a really good idea if it can be done from a identity point of view, but I would like to understand the mathematics a bit better. On your proposal, you are putting a numbers example where there are two ideas. One of them gets $100 from one funder, the other $100 from 10 funders. And the ratio of the matching is about 19:1. I find it very extreme. I mean, if you use just a square root function that you would use for quadratic voting, the ratio would be like 3:1 and not 19:1. How come it's so tilted towards the majority? Thanks a lot.
James.
Yeah, thank you for that. So the quadratic voting is applied to the matching. You know, this is stuff that's still being worked out. We're still in the building process of this right now. And yeah, so Nin, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, we have an open GitHub repository for quadratic voting. I'll put in the chat. Quadratic voting is not simple, right? To understand, it's a square root or you know, to the second power. But if you really want to dive down, just check out the source code. It's right there. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. So the 19:1 is actually correct, yeah?
Yeah. Simply put, right, the crowdfunding, each project gets $100 from the crowdfunding. But from institutional quadratic fund matching, they also get $1 or $190 for the second project. So the project 1 gets $110 and project 2 gets $290.
Got it. Thanks.
Ding, go ahead, Ding.
I have a question for Parahuri or Ari about Tech Talent project. Can you tell me what the difference between your proposal with the other job seeking in the market?
Yeah, the difference is how we are proposing to look for these sponsors, and also how we will distribute those tokens to the participant, how we will validate each one that is actually helping in the process of bring developers. So this is the main difference, that we have a way, we are proposing a way of how to monitor who is helping, really helping this process. So everyone that helped will be rewarded with the sponsored tokens. That's the idea.
Thank you, Ari.
Mike, you've got a question.
Yeah, a question for Andrew. Thanks for the WadaDex. It sounds amazing. But just to get it clear, it's especially for the onboarding people that did not have access through local fiat. So it's also an on-ramp for local fiat to crypto. True.
Exactly. If that's your question, that's the fundamental problem.
Cool. Yeah.
When you're in Ghana, for instance, where I was, we can talk about crypto, but actually getting somebody that makes it possible for you to purchase Aedou or Bitcoin or any of it, it's almost impossible. So we're building the technology platform, and we're going to capitalize on the existing broad WADA network, work with the telecommunications providers so that when they go to top up their phone, they can immediately also purchase a WDX token. So we have a white paper for that as part of the proposal. But then it's not just they have a token and do nothing with it. We make it possible for people to pitch projects much in the same way as we're doing now. But the projects will be governed via smart contract, and it makes it easier for people in emerging economies to raise money while not as impacted by inflation, because that's one of the biggest risks in those markets. Thanks for the question.
Last question, Andrew. Is there any more, Mike? All good. All right. Last question, Andrew, from Link Fam. By the way, for this project, is there any what was that? Apart from Cardano, is that 0 or any percentage, any other blockchain or ecosystem existing, whatever the area that you hitting at the moment, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
you
that's
got
a
any
really good
statistic?
question. Yeah. So in terms of the development platform, we're also looking at integration with Hedera.
No. My question, not my question. My question is there any other XYZ blockchain there where you're hitting in the market at the moment? Apart from this C, right? Is there any S blockchain, C blockchain, B blockchain? Is there anything out there for the community?
Oh, I understand. Look, they have access to every blockchain, but Cardano has the greatest visibility, frankly, thanks to WADA and IOG's work in Ethiopia. So people are aware of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But in terms of operational on the ground, I think WADA has done, I mean, there are partners in this. They've done an excellent job for the Cardano ecosystem, Africa-wide.
Oh, good. Thank you. That's my question. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Okay, the next group. So next up we have me, who's going to be discussing connecting Asia voters and proposers. Me, if you'd like to come up.
Me, you got 30 seconds only.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, everyone. So hello, my name is Mi, and I'm from Vietnam. So I'm part of the Eastern Townhall. So our proposal is connecting Asian voter and proposer. So our goal is to establish a process, a format, and an event state for voter and proposer to onboarding their proposal. So to build trust and to bring them closer together. So we already have our bi-weekly meetings. We have the IdeaFest Reels, which we are here right now. And we also have the Catalyst TV, including the sharing, interviewing the proposer, and then sharing to the voters. So have them understand more about the inside of the proposal. So to get more vote. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. And please vote for us. It's connecting Asian voter and proposer. Thank you.
Or add on
you're
that,
very quick, Me, you're very quick.
or add on that, I just advertising because we still under 2 minutes. That's our team. So please considering for us to support you, everyone here. So if you can, if you think that reasonable request, please do vote for us. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, Me. And Angela, self-sovereign identity or SSI for coffee in East Africa. So let me know when you're ready, Angela, and I'll let you go.
I'm ready, Robert.
Go for it then. Yep, we can. Off you go.
Okay. So East African coffee accounts for around 12% of the world's production of coffee beans. The problem is that coffee production helps end users more than the farmers and the producers, leaving East African coffee growers poor and disenfranchised. Our proposal is that we're going to focus on putting the middlemen on the blockchain using Atala Prism to identify, quality assess, and train. So why the middlemen? The middlemen are an untapped resource. They have knowledge about the farmers, they have experience with the quality of the coffee, the history of the coffee in their region, and just a general experience. The hopeful effect of our proposal would be to provide self-sovereign identity to East Africans, restoring purchasing power to coffee farmers and the middlemen as well. We would hopefully increase the interest in youth in the blockchain and coffee farming, and the restoration of hope to the coffee industry in the East African community in general. We deeply appreciate the support. Please take a look at our proposal, leave us a kudos, and if you like it, please leave us a vote. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're all speeding ahead, getting really good at your less than 2 minutes. That's fantastic, Angela. So we've got curb crime by capturing data, surrogate, I think it is, but of course I'm mispronouncing that badly. So let me know when you're ready.
Surrogate is actually Anne. It's actually me.
Oh, is
that's
it?
my identity. That's my identity on. That's my identity on.
Right.
On
okay.
Cardano.
Off you go, Anne.
So we have in Kenya, East Africa, and this can escalate to every area. Reason why East Africa is represented here is because we are more in the Eastern Hemisphere, because Africa is really large and sometimes people don't understand how big Africa can be, and the side that we are on is more in line with what's going on in the eastern side. So motorbike riders are an issue. We've got about 2 million of them, and there's a lot of criminal activity that is going on there. What we'd like to do is actually to conduct a survey with the hope of creating a DApp that captures data on these 2 million we call them border riders, to help law enforcement and social protection. But at the same time, by capturing that data, maybe using the Atala Prism system, we would be able to onboard 2 million people in a country and offer them different services, and also really increase the chances of adoption for the blockchain. So through them coming in, of course, they'll be able to create wallets. They'll be able to do some, using their circles, they have what they call cooperative movements. They're able to be gathered together. So if we could gather them together, we could curb crime by removing the rogues, but at the same time, we would be able to also capture them and be able to offer a lot of services and expose the blockchain to them. So that would be the goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Yeah. So questions for me, Angela, and Anne. So for Connecting Asia Voters and Proposers, Self-Sovereign Identity for Coffee in East Africa, and Curb Crime by Capturing Data. Do we have any questions at all? None? Well, I have to ask one. Yeah, go, Lynn.
So Nin, go first, Nin.
Yeah. So I have a question for Angela. What have you guys heard from the coffee farmers? What has been their feedback?
Their feedback is currently any help is big help. So we're trying to do quite a big solution to this. It would be a multiple stage process. We've chosen to start with the middlemen, but the farmers are the ones who are crying out because over the last 100 years, coffee has been very profitable and it has been very not profitable, and it's currently in the second. So any help would be help to them.
Andrew, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I have a question for Angela for the SSI for coffee. How does this, why are you choosing the approach of SSI, and how does it compare to standard traceability? I think it's a great idea, and I agree with all the problems, and I'd love to have a discussion with you more about this, but I was curious about that.
Well, I was a member of the second Taliprism Pioneers program, and I was really, really touched by the book, you know, the terribly copied book. I don't know if you've been in the program, but anyway, if anyone knows what I'm talking about ethics and the background to digital identity. That was really fascinating. So I'm not sure exactly which question you're asking me. Would you mind asking me one more time?
Sure. I was just curious, using an SSI approach, an identity-driven approach, as opposed to a standard blockchain traceability approach to solving the issue of helping add value to farmers in the coffee value chain.
Got it. Okay, so many thoughts. We could talk for hours. I'm sorry.
Let's do that.
You can contact me on IdeaScale, actually.
Okay. Yes, I have the question for both, right? For Angela and for Annie. How do we measure that? Is there any key down here that you can measure the impact of your application to the middleman? And is there any initial that you can think of in your proposal that you can measure, something that you can, not so tangible, but something that you can count on for next 3 months?
In terms of auditability?
Yeah, anything that you can think of.
To measure.
No, anything from here that I can read is easy.
Sorry, what? I'm
okay,
sorry,
we move on. Don't worry.
Exactly
Annie,
what are you asking?
Annie,
Sorry.
how do you measure the
We can measure plenty of things.
Project?
We can measure the number of people we're able to bring onto the system. We're able to measure how long they stay. You know, we're able to measure what through a simple survey. We will be able to measure. I think the survey is in the at the bottom in the.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. I do apologize.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
There's so many things we can measure.
Yeah, and I would also say in Kenya, it's a big discussion because it's a huge issue with crime. If you watch that video, you'll be horrified at what has happened on the attack on that woman, who does not happen to be a Kenyan, by the way. So it's become even a diplomatic issue in terms of criminal activity by these rogue border riders. But in terms of measuring, it's a big interest right now for actually counting them and how many. There's 2 million of them. It's already been counted. Okay. So the thing is, there's a lot of other people you can collaborate with. We can collaborate with to get that data, and it's just a question of bringing that data, onboarding that data onto this conversation that we are having. But the conversation is going on.
Sure. Okay. Our time is up. Sorry.
Thank you. Time's up for the questions, the Q&A on that side of things, and then
sorry, next question, please, Nin.
No, we've got to move on.
Next one. 16, 17, and 18. Ready. Thank you.
Yeah. So if we'd like the Eastern Catalyst School to talk here, Sarabel.
Who will be present?
Okay. I can present it.
Yep.
Hey, hello everyone, my name is Sharbel. I'm from Indonesia and this is my first time showing my face to all of you. Hello. Next please. Next slide please. So basically Eastern Catalyst School is like the original Catalyst School, but we provide their services in East Asian local languages. We see our problem in Eastern Hemisphere is we have many non-English speakers in our community. With that problem, we realized that new members looking to join our Catalyst community needed a system that catered to their language. With the encouragement and support from Catalyst School, Catalyst Swarm, and Eastern Townhall, we created this Eastern Catalyst School. For now, we will provide Catalyst School services in 3 languages: Japanese, Vietnamese, and Bahasa Indonesia. We will steadily adding more local languages by reaching out to other communities where English is not their main communication instrument. Next, please. So here was our event back then in March 12. Before Fund 8, we have held pilot workshop in Indonesian community. Next, please. We translated the education materials from Catalyst School and give the community a bit sneak peek of CA's work in latest Fund 7. Next, please. One of our Indonesian ECS educator also created this tool with Notion, so CAs can easily track their work. Okay, next, please. Next slide. Where you need to vote our proposal. So you can see in the screen, with that pilot workshop before Fund 8, we gained 11 new CAs. We also will maintain our new CA score to make sure our metrics are achieved. Next, please.
Okay, well, that's the two minutes up. So we'll move on to the next one. Tian, we've got onboarding East Asia today.
Okay.
We know when you're ready.
Thank you. Yep.
Ready?
I'm ready now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tian, a member of Eastern Townhall team. And I'm very happy to have a chance to share with you our one of our proposal in Fund S. The name is Onboarding East Asia today. And you know that our East Asia have 1 billion of people. However, we have underrated represented in Catalyst as well as in Townhall participant due to the lack of localized language. So in this proposal, we try to set up a translation pipeline to translate on Catalyst document and proposal in our common local language in East Asia. And our objective is to build and document a streamlined process for translation and start the development of localized content. The content we are focusing on Cardano and Catalyst material. We translate them into 3 or 4 languages. And in this project, we will use a semi-automated translation system. And we leverage community engagement to shorten the time for translation, especially when the number of proposals are increasingly fund by fund. And this is a recurring proposal. We have the proposal in Fund 6 and Fund 7. We have seen a very enthusiastic participant by on the country in East Asia in the last fund. If you find that our project,
time's up, Tien.
Thank you. Thank you.
Time's up. Yeah, time's up. On that, Joan, we've got you up for a hackathon and internship program.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm from Colombia. I'm a member of Catalyst, and I'm in representation of the team of the European Business University of Luxembourg. We are here. We are an academic institution with a partnership with IOG. We are focused on facilitating education opportunities to developing countries in Africa, East of Asia, and Latin America. Our proposal is in the Go Africa Road Cardano Challenge. We have an academic program directed to developing countries named EDU Certificate Impact Program, through which we give a scholarship to a massive number of students in those countries. They only pay a commitment fee of 20 euros. In the same way, we want to increase and widely expose and the access to our students of developing countries to the business world in their own countries and in the world in general, increasing the probability of get a job and make a decent professional life. And so, through our programs of hackathons and internships, we are important partnerships with IOG and other organizations that want to help and support our mission. Especially, I want to mention one of those companies present in this event currently is not brilliant. Nin is in the place. Their platform can support our students to find opportunities of jobs in general. That's our proposal, and that's it. That's it, basically.
Hey, thank you, Sebastian. Much appreciated. Okay, just before we do the Q&A, we're just going to open up the Japanese and Vietnamese room for those for the proposers in those rooms that actually want to go across there and present in their own languages any of their proposals and those sort of things. So those rooms are open now, and you can go across there and choose to join into either Vietnamese or the Japanese room. So we'll just do a little bit of switch over. We do have some late arrivals into the run sheet, which from the Japanese community. So we will be trying to include those at the end of what we've got in the sessions coming out. So if you are still wanting to present in the English room, please hang around and we will try to add you into the end of the run sheets as we go along for time. But in the meantime, are there any sort of questions for the Eastern Catalyst School, Onboarding East Asia Today, hackathons and internship programs? Are there any questions coming through for those, for the proposers out of those? So Sarabel, Tien, or Sebastian? Anyone has any questions?
Question time start, people.
Yeah, question time.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, and then go.
I have a question for Sebastian. Also, looking forward to having this. Are you guys, by any chance, connecting students to scholarships as well?
Yes, yes. In this program, not only in this program, we have a program also in Latin America. We are looking for connecting our students with their hackathons and the internship. We look for connect the SMEs, especially in those regions. Connect them with our students. We smart contracts and traceabilities into those companies. But basically, we look for connect our students with our partnerships in the first step, and then in other small companies in general.
Jan.
Thank you. I have a question for Sebastian also.
Of course.
So my question is, how would a university who are seeking to also teach about blockchain collaborate with you? Will it be some form of franchise, or will it be a pure collaboration of developing the syllabus? Thank you.
Of course, we are. I'm working directly with the university. I'm part of the team of the university. We are not franchise or something like that. We are gonna teach the course, or we teach our courses directly in the name of the university and the academic framework of the university. In sentence, we teach our courses directly from the university. I don't know if I respond your answer.
Thank you.
Okay, Robert.
No, thank you.
Do we have any more questions from anyone at all for those three proposals? Eastern Catalyst
You got
School?
another minute, people, to ask questions.
Yeah, we've got another minute. If you got any more questions for Catalyst School, Eastern Catalyst School, many of you will have heard of those before, or Onboarding East Asia today. No questions? Cool. We can move on to the next lot. Remember the Japanese and the Vietnamese room are open there if you would like to go across. Some of our hosts from the Eastern Town Hall will go across there now and to participate there. So the next group up are Peter for blockchain class by Aedou Truth. If you'd like to come on up and let me know when you're ready.
Peter, you want
yes.
to do the video, or you do?
Yes, Robert, I will say a few words and then we can play the video.
Okay.
So hello everyone, I'm Petr. I'm documentary filmmaker from Prague, Czech Republic. And I'm here to show you a trailer for our educational series. This mini-series is intended for newcomers, for people with zero knowledge about blockchain. So let's play the video, as it will show you much more than me.
Our mission statement is pretty simple. It says to bank the unbanked, to give those who don't have economic identity, so that they can leverage it for value and governance. I honestly do believe that the things that we do are going to change the world. I really do.
Well done, well done.
Do you want to add any more, Peter? You've got a bit more time.
Well, the goal of this mini-series is really to explain the basics of what the blockchain is about, how the centralized and decentralized world works. And again, it's intended for newcomers. And I think it's my 2 minutes, so I stop there.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You've actually had a bit more time, so that's cool. We've got Cardano saying no to plastic straws.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Tom. If you'd like to come on up, that's yeah. You ready? Yeah, Tom.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, maybe I make a mistake. I released this present into the Japanese room, not in English room. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I talk in the Japanese room?
Yes, you're more than welcome to if you want
can do
to,
later.
but you can also go talk here if you would like. As much, you know, you've got a little bit of time to do so. You can do both.
Okay. Thank you. Please go to the next one. I will present in the Japanese room. Sorry.
Okay, then. Radio. Yeah. So we've got blockchain and the Cardano library, and we have a video there that they would like us to present. Yeah.
1 second. 21. There we go. So I'm going to play the video, right?
Yeah.
The author like to say something, or I'm going ahead.
Okay, just go ahead.
Hello everyone, we are the CoinCheck team from Vietnam. We propose to establish an online library of Cardano, Catalyst, and blockchain knowledge in Japanese. The library will be integrated into the VCoinCheck website, which were funded in Fund 7. The purpose of this proposal is to help the Japanese community quickly and easily access Cardano and Catalyst knowledge and information, to increase the number of Japanese members participating in Cardano and Catalyst activities. At the same time, the library is a place for exchanges between the Japanese and Vietnamese communities, contributing to the development of East Asia. The library will be built in 3 months with 70 articles in 3 languages, Vietnamese, Japanese, and English, split into 2 stages of development. Stage 1, content creation and initial base. Stage 2, the community participates in posting knowledge and contributing ideas. Our team fully gathers human and resources with many years of experience in translation and trading on the blockchain market. We can synthesize Cardano, Catalyst knowledge documents and easily to understand logical way to help the reader quickly grasp the main and core points. Please vote for us so that we can create a meaningful library contributing to the development of the Japanese and Vietnamese Cardano community. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next one would be 22nd.
Yeah, we'll wait for that. We've got, are there any sort of questions for Peter on the blockchain class by Aedou? Any questions there before we move on to the last 3 in the run sheet? But we do have a number of other proposers that have come in late that would like to present. So is there any questions for Peter? No one? Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next 3.
Number, Robert?
Beg pardon?
Is it number
22?
Oh, 22, right?
Yeah, exhibit the largest blockchain in Japan. I think we've got a video for that as well, do we?
Yep. Right on. All right. Ready, and we set on.
Hi, this is Shusuke Wakuda from Japan. My proposal is exhibit the largest blockchain expo. The overall blockchain expo is here, so please check these QRs. The problem is Cardano is still not well known in Japan and is therefore rarely used now. The solution is to make Cardano known and used by many companies. So we have to show Cardano in large offline event like this to attract attention. The schedule and expense is here. This is a little bit large amount, but we will reach 5,000 or more persons, so it will pay off in the long term. So please vote and visit our booth. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. And we've got a challenge and scouted for students. Isa, are you ready at all?
This is the video, Robert.
Is it? Oh, number 23. You are correct. Another video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Issei Chikawa. I'm from Japan. I participated in Catalyst as a college student and succeeded in raising funds with Fund 6. Through this experience, I wanted to attract more entrepreneurial students to Catalyst because students can come up with an innovative idea for developing the Cardano ecosystem, and Catalyst will provide the capital, peers, and technology to implement the idea. But for students who are joining the Cardano community for the first time, the proposal at Catalyst is not easy because they are not familiar with the community and have few achievements that can be appealed to. Furthermore, it is difficult to get high evaluation from CA because they cannot set a roadmap only with idea. That's why we need to create a new category that is challenge and scouted for students. In this category, only students can propose, and the budget limit for one proposal is $5,000. The purpose of this category is to draw attention to innovative ideas from students and give them a compact funding experience to motivate them to participate in Catalyst. And the goal of this category is for students to use the experience adapted in this category to create new collaboration within the community and to propose larger idea in the next fund. So, if you want more entrepreneurial students to join Catalyst, please vote for my proposal. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Well done, well done.
Done, yeah. So the next person up is Jan on SPO Delegators and Communal NFT. Jan, let me know when you're ready and we can fire off and go ahead.
Thank you, Robin. Hello, awesome Cardano community. Always love to see everyone here. This community and collaboration thing is such an interesting story. With that said, my team's proposal is called SPO Delegators Communal CNFT, keyword here being communal. In the general community, there is a narrative that many single SPOs are struggling for delegation. This also happens in Indonesia. Together with the single SPO in Indonesia, video production house, and a public relations agency, we will be leveraging the topic of NFT to create a series of marketing and public relation events that we envision can act as an engagement action plan template that is native to Cardano's SPO and CNFT community, which are impactful, thoughtful, and collaborative. With the intent for Cardano to be known as a blockchain for good, with the intent of CNFT to be known as an NFT where the C represents collaboration, represents care, represents culture. Our 4 strategic actions plans are as following. The first is a communal CNFT project involving SPO delegators, NGOs, artists, and rare local culture in the form of traditional dance and musicians as our marketing tool. Second, donation from SPO rewards to a high-profile NGO. In return, we are allowed to have a series of SPO online workshops with the NGO itself, their benefactors, and media as our exposure tool. Third, we will also have online workshops on SPO, CNFT, and Cardano for the contracted artists, traditional dancers, and musicians community as our market development aspect. Fourth is the creations of a series of SPO for beginners videos as content during the SPO workshops as our education tool. These are all the direct deliverables. The indirect deliverable that I also need to point out is the reason why we are targeting a specific NGO. This is due to that NGO has strong ties with ASEAN Blockchain Consortium. ASEAN here meaning Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
Your time is
up. Okay, unfortunately. Just one
Sorry.
sentence. We
ahead.
want Cardano to be discussions of high government level. Thank you.
Sorry, partner.
No worries.
Okay, question please. Any question for number proposal? I'm lost of track. Robert, help. 22.
22 until 24.
And
Robert
24.
is muted.
Robert muted. I have a question for number. Does anyone have a question before I'm asked?
Yeah, for number 2, for Jan. Anyone got any questions for Jan?
I have a question for number 23 and someone think of, right? For this proposal, number, I think, scope the challenge, right? I hope you're there. Aisha, can you listen? Aisha,
Yes,
you're
yes,
there.
there.
Yeah? Aisha, quick question. How can you verify or validate the proposer is student?
You mean how to manage the idea from student?
No, if I'm not a student, I submit the proposal for $5,000. How do you know that? How the challenge team will monitor, or any mechanism that you verify the proposer is student? Because this proposal only for student and maximum $5,000. Question here, how can we as the challenge team and IOG able to monitor or validate that proposal is student?
I put the question in the chat.
Oh.
First, the student age range is too wide, so we don't set the age limit, but we ask to write the grade and university to the proposal. So we should decide from that he is student or not.
Thank you. Any more questions, please?
Any more questions for Jan, for Isa, or anyone? No? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got a few other proposals that have been asked for. To slot in. So we've got the proposal for project support stake pool in Japan, and I'll add them to the list here. Have you got that one up, Lynn?
I need you to give me the list.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you, there's the YouTube video for that project support.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got it. My apology. The 25th.
Yeah, 20 number 25.
All right, this is 25. And I did scale the link right there and ready to go. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
This is a presentation for Catalyst Fund 8 project support pool in Japan. In Japan, the tax problem in Cardano ADA staking is serious, especially for pre-sale ADA well holders. In fact, a part of large holders stopped their staking. The Japanese tax for staking is calculated by the formula put on right side of this slide. For instance, we summarize the tax problem at bottom. In some cases, the pre-sale holder will be required over 100% tax against for staking reward. This is quite serious. From this background, we suggest new DAO-like system using stake system. The ADA large holder can delegate our 100% cost pool. Due to zero rewards, they will not be required to tax by staking. Instead of ADA rewards, they get original token. The staking rewards will stocked in treasury-like wallet. When delegator sends the original token to the project address, we will support the project by the treasury wallet. The pool operator cost will be same as 5% margin stake pool. Of course, there is an exit scam-like risk by operator. So, community core member like administrator of the Japan Cardano community and famous influencer-like members give us the strict supervision and checking the wallet address. And support target project should be suggested by the Japan Cardano community or other Cardano community. We believe this new DAO-like system will promote Cardano community and Catalyst projects. Please vote our proposal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
number 26.
I've just that's them again. I've sent you the wrong one, so I'll just I'll send.
I had a guest actually come on this.
So I'll send you the correct one, which is project evaluation website. So if you can just throw this one up, Lynn, that would be great. That is. So project evaluation website is the next one from Japan. And if we can have the speaker for that, I don't know who it is.
Please go ahead.
Please go ahead and just let me know when to start if we don't have them. No, we'll skip over otherwise. Do we have the...
No?
Hello. There you go.
Yes, today we have a batch of 4 proposals. So I think I can talk, I can introduce about this proposal alone. And we apply a batch of 4 proposals for the Japanese room.
Yep.
So I can talk too much about this proposal because I prepare a clip, a 10-minute clip to introduce.
You've got you've got less than a minute and 30. So do you want to just give us a rundown?
I'm so sorry. I didn't prepare anything about this one.
Okay. Do you just want to give us a description at all or anything else of what it is?
Or we can play the video just first minute maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute.
We'll just run the first.
Do you want me to do the video for minutes?
Yep. Yes.
I, and everyone spend a lot of money on crypto
not this
market.
one. Not this one. Hold on. Okay. Please play the YouTube one. Yeah. I give in the chat.
Hello, we are vCoincheck from Vietnam. We would like to present 4 proposals project evaluation website version 1.1. Format evaluated project process. Blockchain and Cardano library, knowledge hub for Vietnam and Japan. All of the above proposals will be implemented or integrated on the vCoincheck website platform. There are many crypto projects on the market today. Investors often get information from many sources, social networks, KOL, websites. Information is one way, interactive, subjectives. Evaluating methods are not uniform. This leads to the fact that investors cannot distinguish or evaluate the quality of projects to decide on their investment. The reason is that investors lack of quality project evaluation, trusted sources, and mainly reason is lack of basic knowledge about blockchain. How to...
All right. The remain runtime I post in the video there. So if anyone interested for the next 9 minutes, please play that video there. Thanks so much.
And vCoin has 4 proposals
4
altogether,
proposals.
I think it is. So that video will cover all of those on that area there. Okay. Is there briefly, is there anything else that you want to add, Jimmy? Just briefly, before we go to the next slot? About any of your proposals?
Sorry, I didn't prepare anything.
That's okay.
So,
That's all right.
So please, next one.
Yeah, next one. Okay, the next one is the format of evaluated project process, I think it is. Coming up. So is the proposer here in the room from Japan or Vietnam? If not,
no, I propose this is for Japanese group.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Radio. So that's for you as well, Jimmy, is it? Okay. Radio. And I think we've got the Timothy Vang from the CNFT festival, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to give us a rundown on that one?
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Yunia. Our proposed solution is to continue the growth of CNFT festival in Japan. First of all, we will spread the knowledge of CNFTs to Japan and attempt to remove the language barrier in NFT space, where information is most important. This event will also be broadcast at the most significant IT blockchain event in Japan, and there will also distribute pamphlets introducing CNFTs to Japanese companies, investors, and creators. By inspiring people in Japan to enter the CNFT space, we promote the community by bringing in successful worldwide CNFT projects to share knowledge with the Japanese community. We've already finished the pre-recorded part and now editing them to put the Japanese subtitles. We invited the big name guests such as Papadokun and God Tribe and so on, and Kaizen Crypto and BigPay as a moderator. As a follow-up to this event, we will use a Discord server called CNFT's community, and will also support Japanese creators so that they can enter the CNFT space. We'll make this event not only for Japan, but for all Asian communities next time. Our ultimate goal is to make this event a forum where the various Cardano communities around the world can discuss for the development of CNFT across language barriers. We would like to energize the Cardano ecosystem from the field of CNFT. Please support us by boarding. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. So if we'd like to sort of go into some questions at all for the CNFT festival, for any of the sort of project evaluation website, Knowledge Hub Vietnam, Japan, blockchain and Cardano library from Jimmy, and also the project support project. Has anyone got any sort of questions at all around that at all? Any of those ones? Anyone? Any questions? No? Sure. I think that looks really interesting, by the way. There's the CNFT festival. I think that's a really good idea. Okay, we're just into the final last legs of the last two last proposal, I think we've got is Decentralized Metaverse Mall. I'll just send that to Lynn.
Thank you.
And the presenter of that, if you would like to step on up, and we'll give you 2 minutes. And any who have we got here? Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Tuấn from Vietnam. So let's imagine we are living in two worlds. One is the crypto world and the real world. So people in each space cannot connection between. So our solution to build one functioning platform to simulate between two. So how we do it? Okay, so we try to convert from the non-crypto currency user to cryptocurrency user via the affiliate visit model. So we partnership with the Web2 partner, and when we generate sale, anyone who buys something and we get the commission. So with the commission, we will be sharing and cash back to buyer. So when we cash back, we convert some to the fiat and sum to the token. So we issue that token and we create automatically for wallet, and then non-crypto user will try to learn and earn more. So we create a very new consume to earn model. So one important thing is how when we bring the new user to crypto space, more especially is Cardano. So how to retain them and make them loyalty. So we, through the partnership with the our strategic partner, we try to help the people to buy the tangible item, buy cryptocurrency. For example, they can buy the consumer electronic like TV, washing machine, or they can buy some resort product. We already have a strategic partner with them. And what is the difference between our proposal and the other in the rest of the crypto space project? We build a user 365 profile for everyone. It's based on the identity and interaction. And beyond that, we understand about the insight and cross-sell and upsell for partner. Yeah.
Okay,
thank you very much.
It's your time up to 2 minutes to be fair for everyone. If there's anyone got any questions around that, please just ask now. And also if you want to, because that's the last of our proposers for the main room, and that takes us exactly sort of to the 2-hour mark, more or less, in terms of what we're doing. So if anyone has questions for the decentralized metaverse more, Nin, would you like to go ask your question?
Hey, so from my understanding, this is people will have to have like a VR headset to attend or participate in this metaverse mall, or is this just a Web2 like e-commerce site where people can just buy stuff using Cardano and other cryptocurrency?
Yeah, let's imagine from the slide user case, from the normal user, you can access the layer one super app. On that will be list of all of our partner product and services. And when you browsing and you click on that, it's a redirect. There are two cases. One, we can sell inside the super app, or we can redirect to the Web2 partner application. And beyond that, when the user close the sale, and then we can rewarding for them. It's an affiliate model in the game online gaming distribution. Okay, but we apply for the real course in real cases. And
okay. Radio. Well, we'll leave it at that. Was that answer your question well enough, or you got more to go on?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great job.
What I would like to do is that's the end of our program in terms of all the proposals and presentations. But if there's any questions to any proposers that have talked today that you've gone through that you didn't get a chance to answer or anything else, is there any sort of questions at all that you would like to answer in the next 5 minutes or so? Anyone? If not, I will ask one question of, let's see, it was Thomas from the Carbon Marketplace and Exchange. I would like, if you're still here, Thomas, and I'll just see if you are.
I think he's gone.
I think he's gone. Indeed, he has. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't get to answer my question. Anyone else would like any questions or have any questions for anyone really before we finish up the main room? Anyone? Go.
No question for me. No question. I just put 2 hands. I'm happy with that.
Right. Well, that's the end of it. There's no more questions. That's the end of it. Of the second sort of the fun date IdeaFest Reel that we've run. As you can see, it's sort of to try and get through a whole lot of different proposals in a short space of time. There's quite a bit to do, but what's really important here is that we're bringing in people from lots of different parts of the world, different parts of the, and giving them an opportunity just to show their face, just briefly talk about their proposals. And that's what's important. And that's why we do it all in the main room rather than separate breakout rooms. It gives you all an opportunity to meet each other and just see how great it is that what's going on in different parts of the world. And also to, just recognize that I'm always amazed and really pleased to find that people who do not speak English are prepared to stand up and give it a shot. And that's really, really valuable. It's really important that we do that and provide a forum and a place for doing that. So thank you very, very much for stepping up and, first of all, putting proposals into Catalyst to begin with, being brave enough to actually do that. Second enough, coming along here and presenting your ideas and showing your face to the community around the world. It's really, really good to see. So thank you to everyone. Thank you everyone for turning up. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Don't forget, voting starts in a couple of days, I think. So here's your opportunity to go in. You would have seen in the chat all the links to the different proposers that have presented here. I encourage you just to vote for them all because they were good to turn up. But go and have a look and go through and work through everything. So thank you very much. Thank you to my co-hosts for making that relatively smooth. Lynn, you're fantastic behind the keyboard there and making things run. So greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good night from us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a nice weekend, everyone.
See you in Vietnam breakout or Japanese breakout if you hang around. Thank you.
If you hang around, the
time.
Japanese and the Vietnamese breakout rooms are still trucking along, and you can go in and join those. All right. But for us in the English and the Indonesian room, that's us for tonight on today.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Take care.
Thank you. See you
Bye-bye.
around. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we are done here, right? Jan?
That is correct, Andreas. Have a nice weekend.
We're done, and
Okay.
I'm just about to give Yuta hosting capabilities.
Yes,
I think.
correct.
So I'm just trying to figure out where everyone is. Who's there? Yuta's there. Who's in Vietnamese? I should give that
me
to
is
Lynn.
there.
Yeah, me's there. Okay, cool. Rightio. So that means I can go and I can give it to them. How did that go?
Me too.
All
Thank
good?
you so much.
Yeah,
All good.
Thanks,
Everything's
Andreas.
fine.
All good. Thank you very much, Jan, for your fantastic organizing. You're fantastic. So
Yes.
really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Jan.
Yeah, done a great
Likewise,
job.
thank you, everybody. Thank you, Robert,
Yeah.
for your fantastic moderating. Thank you, Andreas, for always supporting me also. I really appreciate it.
Okay. And I think it's quite good. Today, 2 hours. It's direct 2 hours. So yeah, it's better compared to the last Eastern Townhall IdeaFest Reels. Yeah, last time we are, how do you say? The time is going 2 hours until 3 hours over. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It's a long one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all right.
So it's good.
Yeah, it's a good time. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
See you later, Robert. Bye bye.
I'm gonna go watch a bit of TV, chill, and then go to bed because I've actually got an extra hour up my sleeve because of daylight savings, so that's good.
Okay,
Rightio.
enjoy then. Bye bye.
See you later, guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. And who shall I?